Hey y'all, and welcome back to The Diva Does Things. And on today, we are going to be talking all about your self-obsessed era. Now, I have been in my self-obsessed era since January 1st. That was pretty much, you could say, like my New Year's resolution that I made to myself. Now, before you get the wrong idea, don't misunderstand me. I am not talking about being a selfish person, only thinking about yourself, or being arrogant, stuck up, or anything of that sort. What I'm talking about is prioritizing yourself, your well-being, your mental health, your physical, just all things that are in your orbit. This includes your relationships, your family, your friends, your school, your work, just all the things that are important to you is what you need to become totally and utterly obsessed with. So this era is all about becoming obsessed with you and all things that encompass you. So let's break it down. It's okay to be a little self-obsessed. So growing up, we're all told that it is better to give yourself to others, in which it is a good sentiment. You always want to give to other people. It's better to give than it is to receive. However, sometimes we tend to take it a little too far, which can lead to burnout and resentment towards others, especially when you feel like they are not giving as much as you are. That can lead to a lot of resentment. So the way that I think of it is this: being self-obsessed is filling up your cup first, so that you can show up to all of those people and be the best person that you want to be to everyone in your life and fulfill your obligations to all people. But if you are pouring from an empty cup, girl, there is nothing to pour. I always think of it this way: when you're on a plane and they're doing the safety announcement, what do they always tell you? They tell you to put your mask on first before you put on even your kids beside you, because the purpose is, how can someone put on mask on the next person if they themselves are unconscious? You can't. You have to fill your cup first, so that from the overflow, from all that just exudes from you, you can then show up for everyone else around you. Because I want to tell you this: you do not get a cookie for sacrificing everything of yourself and putting yourself last and raising everybody up around you to your detriment. And you're out here looking all haggard. Like, you don't get a cookie for that. So it is important to set boundaries and protect your space / energy / mental mind space. In this new self-obsessed era that we are in, learn the power of the sentence no. Period. The power of the word no. It's so funny how we, especially women, feel obligated to say yes to every request that is made of us, or even to answer every question that's asked of you. Like, if someone asks you something that you feel is an out of bounds question, just simply say, I don't feel comfortable answering that question. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't. You don't have to answer every question that's asked of you. And that's something that I feel like society kind of teaches us as women. You want to be a good girl and be accommodating to everybody, and it's always at your detriment. Be accommodating, but have a line. If someone asks something of you, if they require something of you and you can't do it, you're booked up, you've got other things going on, what I usually do is I will say, let me get back to you on that. Let me check my schedule and I'll get back to you. And usually the response is, oh yeah, no problem. Like, check your schedule. Like, let me know. Do you see? I said, I gotta check my schedule. Okay, you need to prioritize the things that you've got going on, but also prioritize your previous engagements that you've already committed yourself to before committing yourself to new engagements. So setting boundaries is not shutting people out or being a rude person, like, no, how dare you ask me to do something for you. No, it's not that. It's just allowing the space for you to ensure that your needs and your wants are not being neglected. Now, one of the biggest benefits of being in your self-obsessed era will be the growth that you are about to experience. In this era, we are going to spend time focusing on our health. Does our health need to get into check? If so, what does that look like for you? Does that mean, cleaning up your diet? Does that mean working out, changing up your fitness routine? Does it mean changing your wardrobe? It's a change of season. It's fall right now. I recently did a little bit of a shopping spree where I bought some new fall clothing. I bought some new makeup, some different things that I've been trying out because I said to myself, okay, what areas can I improve upon? And one area that I saw that I felt like I could work on was my physical appearance, and that was buying new clothes that fit really well and trying out different makeup that is gonna work with my facial features and my skin tone. So what are you passionate about? Like, get obsessed with your passions. Are you passionate about knitting? About running, about biking, like whatever it is, get obsessed with it. If that means that you go and join one of those like running clubs that I've seen in downtown Toronto where they be running, I could never. But if that's what you're obsessed with, go join a running club and go and wake up at the crack of dawn and put on your running gear and go run and see how fulfilled that you will be in your day, and see how much more energy you're gonna have when you start becoming obsessed with all of your fun habits. First, start by assessing what you need and what you want in your life right now. What is it that you need the most? What is it that you want the most? If you need to, write it down. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Work out what are your non-negotiables. What things do you absolutely say, no, I am not doing this anymore in this era? Maybe it's, you want to cut out a certain type of food out of your diet and you're saying no more. Maybe it's drinking more water. Whatever it may be, write down your non-negotiables. But most importantly, figure out the areas of your life that you are neglecting and what areas need the most attention right now. A little change goes a long way. Nothing happens overnight, and as you know, the old saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. So make those small changes daily. If that means waking up early, you like to wake up at the crack of dawn. I certainly like to wake up early. So just start waking up early every day, getting out of bed, making your coffee in the morning, going for a walk in the morning. Make small changes, because it's those small changes that are gonna build up your self-obsessed era bubble. Lastly, remind yourself that prioritizing yourself and putting your needs first is an act of self-love. But I also want you to give yourself the room and the grace to make mistakes. If you're trying to wake up every day at 5 a.m., give yourself the grace to maybe sleep through your alarm once in a while, because you're human and you're not a robot. And I don't know if it's possible to just go from sleeping in to just waking up every day. That's the whole point, that Rome wasn't built in a day. You also need to give yourself the room to breathe and the room to grow into your new life. And by doing all of these little tips and tricks over time, you are going to start seeing a change in your skin, in your body, in your relationships, maybe in your school. Maybe your grades are like all D's right now and you're gonna prioritize school, and then your grades will shoot up to A pluses. Whatever you choose to work on in this self-obsessed era, I promise you, you will see results. Just give yourself the grace and the period to make mistakes, but it is never too late to start prioritizing yourself. And that's all I have for you. So don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of the above. You know the deal. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.